Hi guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to be playing some Dark Souls tonight. If you know about this game, which you probably do by now, I was late even to the party when I found out about it, then you know that you're going to see me fail over and over again. But then at some point we're going to get to the end and hopefully maybe have a chuckle or two on the way. So here we go. So we're playing on PC. I haven't put the DS fix on just because I haven't been bothered to do it. I think it'll just be fine as is, to be fair. Who knows, maybe not, but we'll find out. Character name, just confuse everybody, and let's have a look. We're going to go female, and we're going to go thief. So if you've not played this before, if you go thief, you get the skeleton key basically, so you can go a few areas. I mean, not that we're going to do that, we may do, who knows, but it's just a useful item to have. And then the master key basically is what it is, and then we're going to go for the old witch's ring, which will be important later. Well, important if you're into the lore in this game, which is really obtuse and interesting. I think one of the reasons why it was so popular in the first place, but mainly due to the ridiculousness of the difficulty and whatnot. Average is fine. Face, what we're going to go for. I might have some presets here anyway, so what we're going to do should be a Far East Traveller. Ponytail of some description probably. Yeah, standard. And customize. Yeah, like I said, we probably got. Do you not have presets on this one? I forget. Okay. Whatever. Similar face. Yeah, whatever. It don't really matter. Okay. Hair colour black. Yeah, all is good. Prepared to die, I believe, is the tagline for this game.
The world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma age of fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And here's where it all begins. Open undead asylum. With nothing but a broken sword. And a cell key. And I'm already pressing the wrong buttons. Good do. So, first of all, let's get rid of this. I'm not going to need it. Punch that guy. And then run. So I suppose the main conversation that's had around Dark Souls is the difficulty. As far as I'm concerned, that's what makes the game. It's not that it's difficult and unfair. Sometimes it kind of sets you up to fail, but it sets you up to fail that there's always a clue about what's coming next, and if you're perceptive, you will always know what is coming next. So one thing that I saw on a stream by Epic Name Bro very early on when I was watching this was you can hear this moving about of a demon. That's probably the demon underneath us, which we won't meet until a lot later. But what you players don't often see before just running into this room like you would in any other game is if you go up. Who's that? That's the guy who scared the pants off practically everyone who ran into this game thinking it was going to be some normal RPG, and here he comes. And we're just going to run away from him, and this door's going to shut, and he's not going to be able to do anything to us. Now a lot of people would have tried to fight that guy, as you would in any game, thinking, oh, must be the first boss or first enemy. And it kind of is, but the idea is you run, because we've got nothing. We can't do anything to him right now. Oh, and I'm getting hit by arrows. So we get a shield here, and I will be pressing all the wrong buttons and getting everything wrong, so I'm playing in a little while. So you can do a backstab, and you can do a parry. They're the ways of getting like your critical damage. Obviously without a weapon equipped we're not going to do much to this guy. But as soon as we get that bandit's knife, then we can start to do some damage. So the gameplay is really, really fun. If you've never played it before, I highly recommend it. It was punishing at first. You may need to get some tips and tricks on people, but that's kind of the way it was designed. They wanted people to be talking to each other, swapping strategies and doing all sorts of community-based stuff to kind of really sell the game. So, and that's another thing. There's lots of shortcuts in this game. A door that won't open from one side, but then when you get to the other you can open it, and then if you have a shortcut back to an area. So this is the bonfire right before. New bonfires are your save points that restore your health and all that kind of jazz. So I can just go up here and go through this wall, which was broken by that big iron ball that tried to knock us off the stairs, which would do some damage to you if you were expecting it. And we're going to speak to this chap here. Looks a little bit familiar, we've seen him before, but anyway.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen. In thine exodus from the undead asylum, maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you. Now I would hate to harm and thank you.
So he gives us a key that lets us proceed, and this Estus flask here, which is super important. This is how you're going to refill your health, and that's how you're going to get hit by a dude. And so if you time parry right as your opponent's attacking, so if you left trigger here as your opponent's attacking, then it opens them up to do a critical, and it's very fun and easy. He says as he missed one, easy to do in this game. Dark Souls 2 and 3, a little bit trickier. As you can see, if you miss one, you can get quite quickly get yourself into trouble. But we'll be okay here. I thought we were going to die there for a moment, but it's Dark Souls, sometimes you die. Even to the easiest enemies at the start of the game, it's possible. But we'll be seeing a lot of these guys. So according to the lore of this game, the people we're fighting here were once like us, and when you die in this world, you're resurrected back at one of the bonfires, But each time you do, each time that happens, you lose a piece of your humanity or a part of your humanity, until eventually you've got no mind left and you're left to wander around aimlessly, attacking everything you see, I guess, by the state of these guys. Right, fog wall generally means new area or enemy. So we're gonna fight his first boss here, and hopefully we're gonna do it on the first time. So as you saw, the tactic for that guy is just stay behind him and keep smashing his ass, basically.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
The music in Firelink Shrine. So this is probably the safest place in the game. You can still die here. You can die anywhere, but it is probably the safest place. So we're not going to level up straight away because there's some items that we want to buy from a merchant pretty soon. And let's just see what this chap has to say. Captain Happiness.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Yeah, get used to people laughing after everything that they say. It's not sinister or anything like that at all. They're just happy people having happy times. It's all good.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. collected bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
You notice he says that when he's in human form. So just for the benefit of anyone who hasn't played this, which again is probably about 0.5% of anyone that might have clicked on this video, but still, in this game there's two states basically. So there's Hollow, which is the guys that we're fighting against. Like completely hollow is when you've lost all your humanity and you've basically lost your marbles, and there's just nothing left of you're a husk at that point. And we're kind of like hollow, but not to that stage yet. But then if you use a humanity, it's a weird thing to say even, up on the D-pad, no, I forget even how to, there we go. And then, in fact, you need rest at bonfire, reverse hollow him, and we start to look a little bit more normal. Got like human kind of skin back and all that jazz. So he's talking about a way to become human again, basically restore your humanity, is to kill other healthy hollows to steal their humanity. Now he's telling us this and he's human, so do we trust this guy?
You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Okay. So yeah, the majority of the exposition that you get in this game is going to come in moments like that. We had the cutscene at the start with all the backstory and showing you all the different, basically all the major bosses in the game. But there's not a lot else in terms of cutscenes, especially ones that tell you lore. There's a few that kind of, a couple of moments where you're opening new areas and things like that, but the majority of the exposition comes from just speaking to characters. And unlike NPCs in a lot of games, these guys don't always tell you the truth. They've got their own motives, they tell you what they want to tell you. So we're going to run around here, collect a load of items, and then make our way to the first area of the game.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
No.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you. Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you? Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
There's nothing we really want to buy from this guy. If we try and talk to him, he's going to ask us for
Come again.
souls,
The effectiveness
for
of the
information,
teachings.
which we can get some unique dialogue out of it, but to be honest, it's not worth the souls. And if you want to see all unique dialogues and things like that, I'm sure there's a Vidya video somewhere where he does it all or something like that. Okay, some stuff down here. My camera's just stopped recording, so I'm just going to pop that back on. Okay, yeah, it goes for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then starts to overheat and stops, so whatever. It's not designed for doing this kind of thing, but it's what I got. Did we get everything here? I can't remember now after I did that. I think we did. Yeah, cool. Okay. Now, this area is the bane of a lot of new players. Because it's quite close to the start, you see enemies, you think, ah, this must be the way to progress. And you're completely wrong. Especially if you don't talk to that guy we just spoke to and don't get the information about where to go. A lot of new players met the deaths countless times in this area, and if I'm not careful I will again here. Run away! If we're quick, get this and then go through there. Whoa! Whew. And if quick. Oh. Okay. We're gonna run down here and get another weapon anyway, before we move on. Can't use it just yet, but hey, can't use the other ones we picked up anyway, but they will be good later on. I think since it's been a while since I played, I'm going to go for what I know, so we'll probably do a build based around strength, and we'll see where we end up. No, we need that anyway. So again, another reasonably difficult area here, if you're just running straight away, and a little bit further down the road. There's some stuff that can really mess you up. We could go speak to... This is your first blacksmith in the game. If you've got any upgrade materials.
Well, I'm Ricky, didn't I? I was once an established...
Sorry, skipping the text.
Look at me now. Can you believe it?
Kinda.
What is it? Have you... Oh no, don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinith.
So, you can upgrade stuff, you just sell a couple of things, I don't think we need any of it. Some spells, catalyst, but we're not going for that kind of build, so we don't want any of that stuff. What else has he got to say?
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both...
And you can cut people off. Some of them have got something to say about that, but... sometimes it just cuts off. I seem to miss the backstab on that guy quite a lot. Must be stood at the wrong angle. Now we do have a choice here, because I believe, being a thief, we have... if I can remember how to use the pause screen, yeah, we have the master key here, so we could go another way. Go to, like, skip quite a big chunk of the game and go to a different area. But, to be quite honest, I like going the normal route. Because Undeadburg is just a really well designed area. In fact, there's very few areas in this game that are not well designed. Some that are unfinished, but it's about as bad as it gets. Okay. Back up we go. So just before we go any further, going to unequip all this stuff. There's no character in here. But as you will soon see, she ain't talking. Or she cannot talk, in fact. So we'll come across a few firekeepers, which is what they are in the game, and they will allow you to use firekeeper souls to reinforce your Estus flask. So it'll heal you more per use. And away we go. Firebomb guy. Like that, and we'll go for Axeman. Thought we were going to get the backstab there, but maybe not. He's on his way. Oh, look at us floating in the air there. Lovely. And we'll go down and get this guy as well. May as well. Need all the parry practice I can get. So one of the things people praise this game for quite a lot, and rightly so, is the level design and the interconnectedness of the world. So pretty much from wherever you are, you can look into the distance and see where you're going, and you can also look back and see where you've been, and it works for quite a lot of the game. In fact, if not all of it. Oh, we do not want to get poisoned by this right here, because we have nothing to stop the poison. That could be quite annoying. Out, that's unusual. He usually stays back there and just throws a load of firebombs at you. But hey, I'll take it. Sometimes you get, yeah, there he is. And again, level design, if you were just rushing through here, you would never notice. I'll deal with these guys first. So again, if you never played it, did you notice the room back there that went past? just the way it's designed, you'd never see it if you weren't looking, if you didn't know it were there. Hello. I mean, it's a something or nothing item, but just you can tell a lot of thought's gone into just placement of things and the way each area is set up and where the enemies are and aggro distances, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and we'll pick up the rubbish, which I think literally has no use whatsoever. Does what it says on the tin. And there's this humanities, I think. Yeah. We tried. Okay, fog gate this time means new area. No boss as of yet. Still only had the tutorial boss, but this is still pretty sick. And off he goes. We're obviously just too insignificant for him to be bothered about at the moment. Just like, yeah, so what? Another undead. Same old. Different day. Okay. Eager beaver. See, two of these guys can be quite annoying at this stage when early on, but if you just get one of them, you'll be right. You'll be right. Some people actually struggle to parry these guys, but I think they were one of the first enemies that I was able to parry. I just thought their lead up to the attack was quite obvious. If you just stand still, they'll go for it. It's a nice calm filtering on the boxes there. Yo. Here we meet as first, well, I suppose the blacksmith is a merchant as well, but the first kind of merchant-y merchant, I guess.
Well now,
Words.
you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale. Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
So what's he got for sale? What do we want? We'll take the orange soaps down. Take the... do we... I think you still need the residence key, even if you've got the master key. And we'll take the bottomless box. It just allows you to store items and equipment in a box at the bonfire. We don't want any weapons or armor or anything like that. Let's see if we can get 3,000 souls to buy the repair box.
Thank you.
It's a bit laborious in this game doing this, but hey, you got it. What's got to be done. I think that's them all in it, yeah. Yeah, we should easily do this. Beautiful.
Oh.
I don't think that. I mean, you could get a. We could get a bow off him, I suppose. Short bow. How much that cost? 1,000. It's not really worth it.
Oh. Thank you. Come back.
And if you fancy a challenge, you can fight this guy early on, but you'll probably have to do it a few times. But you do get a good weapon for if you end up beating him. Okay. Okay, and I have a habit of missing this jump. But we're okay. I missed it. So if you roll when you land, you get the timing right, then you don't take as much fall damage. But I'm terrible at getting the timing right, so. Which I shouldn't admit really, being a drummer, but you will see me mess up the timing on a lot of stuff, so may as well get that out of the way. Okay, let's use the rest of these souls and see if we can maybe go up a level or two. So we need to do a fair bit of strength. We might even be able to use a better weapon if we do, so let's try that. Oh, we might only get one level. Oh, 2. Nice. So, does that mean we can use... let's get rid of some stuff as well. In fact, did I have another... I don't think that'll be, no, that won't be enough for one more. Don't need, well, I don't need them. You can keep those out. Don't need that, or that. Don't use that or that. We will be using this. This is probably my favourite weapon in this game. Morning Star does quite a bit of damage actually. In fact, I didn't use that, so we might try and use that. Which is pretty good. Might need a crossbow. Okay. Lovely. Oh, I can't remember where you see anything. Where's the... Ah, here we go. So, you can use that. We can use the morning star. Let's use the morning star. Why not? And now we're fat rolling. Oh, we're mid rolling, should I say. Get rid of the gloves. Still mid rolling. Get rid of the trousers. And we're back to normal. So if you're carrying too much, or you're wearing too heavy armour, or too much armour, then you roll or slow down, which can be really annoying. Okay, good start. Let's rest anyway, because what I want to do is pop a humanity. Have I missed some humanity somewhere? I don't feel like I've got as much as you should have. And we're going to kindle this bonfire. So nothing changed there because I hadn't used an Estus flask and you didn't see anything, but this bonfire would have originally only given me 5 Estus flasks if I went below 5 and then came and rested. But kindling has now bumped it up to 10, which may come in useful because we might come into some trouble when I fight someone soon. And it is quite a large area, so I will make mistakes. That was a little bit unfair. Okay, so like I say, if you're perceptive, you're gonna be like, okay, who's throwing fire bombs at me? Okay, these guys. And you're thinking, right, let's just run straight into here. But then you can see in there, you see one enemy, don't look too bad. But then we see another enemy over there, waiting outside the door. So I can imagine new players, this area gives you a lot of trouble. Backstabs are your friend here. Oh, a bit late there. Just gonna do it again. Okay. Danger. So when you're doing any kind of riposte from your parry or a backstab, you get what's called iframes. Ooh, missed an item. So moments where your character's invincible while the animation's going on. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hollow warrior helm. Okay. So you can, if you're in a pinch and there's a lot of enemies about and you're thinking you're going to get hit, going in for a backstab is always a good choice. Much faster to get into a backstab than a riposte, but oh, dropping some frames here. Oh no. Little bit rusty on the old timings. And if you get one timing wrong, you're liable to mess another up. Just seems to be the way. This can also be tricky, 3 guys at once. What you want to try and do, which I failed to do, is take out the guy who throws the firebombs first. But failing that, we'll just lure him down here. Ah, and another missed parry. And this time, no. Oh man. Just spam it, spam parry. Hey, there we go. I didn't mean to do that. And then we just got firebombs guy. Right. Now hopefully, in fact, hopefully he's on his way back. Oh, he's already there. So he can sneak, should be able to sneak up behind this guy and get a backstab. Or not. We'll do that instead. I seem to be dropping a few frames at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but maybe I should have got DS fix installed. I'll consider popping it on before I play next time. Okay. Gold pine resin. Very good item. Massive increase to damage is kind of a temporary effect that you apply to your weapon. Gives you electricity damage. Another spear guy. A few sword guys. Okay, and then there's another trap coming up, which we shall start running up there and then come back down. Okay. And this guy, when you're just starting out, is a bit of a step above the rest. Now, as you can see from that damage, and the first hit. Okay, so my mistake there was missing the backstab. Then, after missing the backstab, still committing to hit an attack, which meant I missed the first parry, missed the second parry, and death. There you go. So, a few options, but really, we need to kill our way through all these enemies again. Which is another thing that annoys a lot of people. It puts people off this game really quickly. You think, oh, I've just worked my way through this area, killed all these guys that took ages, and now I die, make one mistake, or maybe 3 mistakes as per that one, and then I've got to go do it all again. If you've got a lot of pride, you don't want to play this game. Or maybe you do. Maybe that's exactly what you need. Who knows? Okay. thought I was going to get axe guy with a backstab there. And that time I thought I was going to get a sword guy with a backstab, but hey, there you go, come on. No, he's gonna see me now, isn't he? Yo. Oh, that's not good. Some enemies you don't have to kill again because they can't get to you, but good idea to get this guy because he will just stand up here and snipe you all day. Start coming down here and you notice this guy starts moving. Oh, and we pulled him as well. I'll save a bit of time actually. Oh, well then. It's all happening. And my camera's turned off again, so one moment. We're back. Hello. Oh dear. Right, let's try again, shall we? Right, another thing. So when you die, all the souls that you had up to that point left on the ground close to where you died. So luckily for us, we should be able to pick these up before we engage with this guy again. And then you'll see me souls. There you go. And oh, missed it again. But we'll get the parry, so it's okay. These guys can kill you quite quickly, as you saw. Whoa. Oh, my days. Oh dear. I need to not talk next time. Well, that's Dark Souls. Right, okay. That was lucky. That was only just a backstab, really. I can't see what's going on behind me. Oh. See, graphically this game, you know, really shows its age. Like when I was warping through the wall then, as I was doing my backstabs and whatnot. And generally just looking a little bit boxy. A bit old school, but the gameplay is so good, that's why people are still playing it now, that's why people come back to it, that's why it's had a remastered version. And plus, if you keep banging your head against a wall, at some point you get a payoff. And that's what a lot of modern games lack. For the sake of immersion and not wanting, not wanting to lose a player through frustration or whatever, you end up with an experience that just is maybe not too easy, that might not be the right way of saying it, but it just holds your hand a little bit. Which, don't get me wrong, quite often that's quite a nice thing in a game. You want to just sit on the couch and not think and again. Oh my days, we're gonna die again. Oh dear. Memes. All the memes. All the memes. Good job that time as well, because I didn't pick my souls up first. Blue Tearstone Ring, so this gives you a bit of extra boost. Was it? Yeah, boost your defense while your HP is low. It's not great, but you know, better than not having a ring on, I suppose. Right, now compared to that guy, the guy I'm about to fight now, in fact before I do that, let's get this guy, Crystal Lizard, up here. So there's these little lizards that give you special upgrade items. But if I die to this guy and have to run back, I might not have time to get him next time, so... yeah, compared to the guy we just fought, this next dude is a whole different kettle of fish. Basically, we get hit once, we die. That's it. To be fair, it would be nice to have a 100% shield before we attempt this, but we're gonna do it anyway. Why not? I've already died twice to a Black Knight, so this is Havel. Say hello to Havel. Havel is not your best friend. Sometimes you can chain backstab him, but a lot of the time he has this like kind of automatic regain of posture, and the hitbox on his weapon is just ridiculous. Misjudge this slightly and you're gonna. Whoa, just like that. Just like that. Okay, so like I said, if I get killed by this next guy, which I was expecting, because that is very likely, because that guy is tough as, then we might need to run back and run past all the enemies, so we might not have time to pick up items. Ow. Okay, so one or two of these guys might follow us down. Hopefully not too many. Definitely got one. Yo. Don't know why I'm topping off the health. If I get hit once, I'm dead. But let's go again. Yo. Oh shit. It's too strong, man. It's too strong. I mean, to be fair, we shouldn't be fighting him right now. Oh, that's bad news. That's bad news. Anytime you get stuck in one place in this game, you're lucky if you make it. We got a little bit lucky there. Like it's just him, and here we go again. That's close. Also close. I think maybe this is an unwise weapon to do this with, because if we miss, there's a little bit of stagger time, so it gives basically us more chance of getting hit. Whoop. That's only if we completely miss him. If we make contact, then there's no stagger. Whoop. But you can see we're doing like next to no damage at all, which is why this is pretty stupid to do so early on. But when you're successful, and it's not if, it's when. We're rewarded for it, so it's worth it. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. So why did we do that? Why did we put ourselves through that? For Havel's ring. So this lets us equip a massive amount of gear. So it boosts his maximum equip load. So if you look here, we're currently at 49 with the stats we've got. And you need to be a quarter of your equip load to be able to fast roll. And this knocks it up a fair whack. 73.5 at the moment, so in fact so we can probably put this gear back on. I think just that has a bit of poise even. Okay, and we should still be able to fast roll. Yeah, we're all good. So big gains. So there's another shortcut we could take here using master key, but we're not going to take it. Instead we're going to go fight the first boss. The first boss. We had the tutorial boss, we had the Black Knight, who is kind of like a mini boss I suppose, and we had Havel, who is like a... There's a lot of fights where it's they kind of make it as though it's you're fighting against an online player or another NPC, an NPC fight I guess, and that's one of them, but you're really not supposed to do that until a bit later on. Right, so let's fight the first boss. First thing, if you just go forward and don't pay any attention to those arrows, you're gonna have a bad time. Take these guys out first. Almost get hit by one of them. Standard, just standard. It's all good. It's all gravy. And then let's go back down. And we should see him. So for a bit of extra damage, we can go back up there. Oh, this can be an unpredictable thing to do actually though. Some people don't like to drop down. Just because you don't know where you're going to land after you've hit him. And if you miss the jump like that, you don't get the bonus damage. So hopefully, just get straight. Whoop. And we just want to hit him once with this weapon I suppose, and back off. Because although is an early boss, you can still do a lot of damage to you. See that little stagger there when I missed him? That can cost you your life. Missing him is generally not good. As you would expect. Nah, I don't like that. You gotta do another jump. Oh, I should have done that. But we get away with it, it's okay. Oh, can get away with that one. This could be trouble. But luckily he did a jump. If he's going to do the jump, you pretty much know for sure you can get through his legs if you roll forward, so... Oh, man. But you mistime it. Oh dear. I have played this game before, honestly. Ow. Hang on. There's no fog gate. Did we kill him? How? What is happening? Did he fall off the edge after us? That's the only thing I can think of. Because he's gone. Oh, you don't get soul lighting from him either, so there's no way we can tell. Oh, do you get soul lighting from him? Oh, this is not fun. Huh. Too early. Alright, calm down, lads. Flipping heck. Whoa, okay. I get it. I'm recording this, so you want to make me look like an idiot. Do the old Ornstein and Smurf circle round until something fortunate happens. Okay, so this has genuinely not happened to me before, because it looked like he was alive, right? When he killed us, you would think he would be alive. He must have fallen off after us. How weird. Well, you can't make it up. We're gonna see our friend Mr. Dragon. Yo! You're gonna burn that bridge and all the hollows on there. And we're gonna go talk to a friend.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. Do you find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
I've always got a
The way I
moment for you,
see it,
Slayer.
our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance?
Could
so what
it?
do you say?
I ask you.
Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Why not?
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Okay, so I think this is probably a good place to end. It's been a topsy-turvy ride of madness, as always. I think the fact that I'm a little bit rusty and I haven't played it in a while is a positive, because it gives you an insight of what can happen. I've spent many hours on this game, and if you're not focused, or you're not doing things like spot on 100%, or you're just not used to your timings or anything like that, then you can still get punished. It's not like, oh, I'm good at this now, so I'm just going to waltz through it. It doesn't work like that. Just testament to the game design, and testament to just how punishing it is if you're not paying attention. So there's a lot of stuff we've encountered. Maybe we'll go over a bit of lore or something at the start of the next episode, and before we crack on, and yeah, we'll end up with gazing into the sunlight with Soleil. So nice one. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.